it began. I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along?
Goldar yet?
Yeah, we did Goldar.
Oh, Rita!
Perfect!
Rita picks on me! Rita doesn't give me my wings!
We can do Lord Zed.
No.
Yeah.
I can do one. I can do one.
This is very randomly.
You walk in about like oh, he's not coming in the door.
We're gonna try when he walks, when he does come in here, say go, go, Green Ranger, go.
It's okay, my ringtone's the communicator beat.
So much. Came in a car. You should make you go off while he's here. Came in a car.
Yeah, if I do that, then it's not gonna. I have to basically turn it off and turn it on. It's because I'm gonna kill my battery on my phone, and I kind of need that to drive home.
It's so funny seeing people walk by him on the street. Just look at him. I have a friend who's a bigger fan than me freaking out.
Well, it's funny because I have a friend who will be watching, and all of a sudden my phone will go off, and he's like, "Is that the TV or is that your phone?"
Can't stop us, man. Yeah, I got very bad pictures of my way in. Go!
Awesome. Yeah, so he did his hair green.
I'll probably get a better one. Okay. I got it right in. So we went right in the corner, so we got both in 20 feet. I know, like 20 years. Here, I'll go snoop up.
I'm getting a nice shot of the ceiling. I'm trying like so hard to capture everything.
Did you see about this in your hand? Yeah. My hands are huge!
Green Ranger Dragon!
Oh,
Green Ranger! That's the same one. No, actually, I like that. That's on our chest.
You'd have to get
I'd like to just stamp my tramp stamp.
Are you gonna get it tattooed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now it's just a matter of wait.
I'm like...
I'm as excited as you all are.
No, the Sox game is on.
Ring Ranger's here. I just came up with that just now, right here in this room. Green Ranger.
I think this is honestly better than going to Comic-Con.
I'm sure the YouTube fans have been signed on our house.
We should be running a little late. Now he's here. He's still gonna complain to him. You're gonna walk in. Hey, you're late, dude.
He walked in.
And he walks in like, I'm late.
Oh my god.
Go Green Ranger!
Go!
What's up, guys?
Go, Rangers, go.
Yes. First time someone sung a song. Come on in. It's pretty cool.
My hands are like shaking now.
It's like I can't hold this camera.
Oh,
That's why I brought a steady cam with me.
yeah.
My poor friend's still trying to get here. The man who lives by this camera.
Alright, we need seats. We need seats here.
I'm perfectly fine with standing as long as I get to chip.
No, I'm sitting.
Well, guys, we're going to have everybody turn like this side.
We just move over here.
Let him sit over here for now. Everybody, it's prepaid. I need your print off for PayPal.
Oh, man, thanks for coming, guys.
And those who haven't, it's 50. Anybody that isn't able to pay or isn't paying, we're going to have to close this room down until we're done with the VIP.
Got to pay a couple hundred people.
Yeah, can I pull it up on my phone?
Yeah, that's fine. It's awesome. Well, guys, welcome today. Guys, just as an option, I know you guys are here at VIP. We have other things we're going to be doing, but, you know, I got stuff you can buy if you want, not an option. I brought shirts. If you have any shirts, someone requested. I don't know who, but I got the Morphin shirts and all that stuff too. But anyway, we're going to have a good time, and glad you guys made it. You guys, who was originally for the Boston? Okay, nice. Man, sorry about everything.
It's not your fault.
We got here and, yeah, we did, man. We did. Yeah, it was good. We were all over last night. We were right here in the city with you. What's up? You guys can't just go around and try to form a line. Make up for the Q&A that I didn't do. Questions and answers. You know, I'll sign an item you all have. We'll take a picture and stuff like that. And it's usually the way VIPs work. Since you guys are VIP members anyway, you guys are here. Everything that we get is pretty much, if you want to buy extra pictures, I usually give you like half off and stuff. So if you want extra 8x10s, they're like $10. If you want a shirt, normally 30, you can get 20. That's not, please don't feel obligated. I went to the rubber chicken, I told the guys, they can come meet me, I'll give free stickers, and one guy was all mad and left. So, you know, like, meeting me is, you can come, I'm going to give you guys some stickers too.
Yay!
I got this real cool laser.
It's green!
Step on it, laser, go. Get in. Get in, hurry. Go, fast. Yeah!
Yay!
Well, I just took a picture. But anyway, laser works through the camera. Yeah, here's my camera. We had like 13 like bodyguards that were shining. Jason,
You're the one that paid the 54 on accident.
Yeah.
So I'll try to give you $4 back. I answered that email.
Okay, so it's like the same price as the Comic-Con.
If you guys, here's what I like to do. If you guys are part of the VIP or they all are, okay. I would try to grab a seat or like, you know, seats here, a bar over there.
Of course, everyone's going to go for
Yeah.
fun, clearly.
I don't know, my stuff's all the way over there. I don't care. I got Zoom. Happy?
Well, thanks for coming to the ads. Afterwards, we take a picture of all you guys.
Cool, this guy. He doesn't take a picture of anything he does. I should have done the Frisbee today. There has to be at least one.
Yeah.
Hey guys, now that we guys got everybody in here, we're going to shut this off until after we're done with our meeting. You guys can increase your room. They're bringing it looks like water refreshments or something right now. If you guys are interested in shirts,
let me know. I'll bring out a couple, I'll set them out. They are normally 30 a piece, we're going to do them 20 a piece for the VIPs only. And after that,
pictures too for VIPs. I'm going to $10.
okay, yeah, pictures are normally 20, they'll be 10 a piece. If you guys want that stuff, let you know. You guys also have, if you have a personal item, you get it signed for free. You get a picture with him with your own camera or phone for free. And other than that, just have a good time. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself, what's going on lately. Bless you guys for bringing us in your city during this hard time. We appreciate it. And,
Appreciate you guys coming. Yeah. We appreciate you guys still coming, you know.
I actually had to talk to the promoter from the Boston Comic Con. They were wanting to send everybody back. They didn't want anybody in any kind of harm's way. Jason wasn't having it. He said he's not going to give up on you guys.
Thank you.
We did that in Mexico too. My ex-Asian was with me. We were in Monterrey. My ex-Asian, but we were in Monterrey, Mexico, and the promoter skipped out and left everybody. And he sent all the fans to my hotel, so I'm not worried about it. But he ran in the room and pushed the couch door on the door. I was like, chill. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna handle this, you know. And we did, man. I went to Fair Parks, and you know, they were just so happy that I stayed and stuck around. But the promoter pretty much left us with no tickets and drove us away from the hotel for an hour. And I told the promoter, if you bail on me, at least try to get me back to the airport. You know what I mean? I'm coming all the way. So, but anyway, guys, I thought we'd start with water.
Yeah, there's some back here. Yeah.
Where?
Right on the table back here. There.
Yeah.
Give him water, man.
Green water.
I don't know if I should drink this now, but you got to read a spell.
Water,
Nice. Hold on. Nice. Oh my god, my phone is just gonna be a bitch today.
You love that dirty water.
Well, you guys have any questions that you want to... I just love this thing. I went to Subway and I kept, I'll take that kind of bread. Alright, well, do you guys have any questions that you guys don't want to see right over here? See you this way. Alright.
Yeah.
I have a few questions.
Alright, well, what kind of questions do you all have? When we get started.
I've got some.
Hold on, only one I call you.
What do you think of the Power Rangers parodies that have popped up since Mighty Morphin debuted, like Mighty Murdered Power Rangers and Mighty Moshin Emo Rangers?
When you came prepared, you like to read a speech.
I've been waiting 20 years for this, Mr. Frank.
What? Well, I'm not really familiar with those ones. I know Smosh that came out with it. Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Well, there's another one there too. Mighty Murdered was a comic book that came out sometime in the mid-90s. It was Carl Ing, and they pretty much destroyed the cast by killing them all.
Yeah.
And Mighty Moshin Emo Rangers was a more modern parody of Power Rangers, where they took a bunch of British emo kids and gave them ranger powers, except they were all like introspective emo ranger and crying tears emo ranger.
who knows that region, man? I expect me to know that. Sorry, can't answer that one. Alright. Any other questions?
Which one was your favorite Ranger player? Which was your favorite Ranger player? I mean, your honest opinion, your favorite.
Like color.
Yeah.
No, it's green.
Okay.
Yeah, green's kind of like, really kind of like, you know, get used to it now. Color. I ordered a new jumpsuit and got green and black. But get used to the green. Someone said, why don't you paint your hair white? I'm like, dude, that's gonna make me look gray like Nick Flyer. Gray and white don't go good in your hair. People are like, dude, look at him. So far, no gray hair yet. Alright, how about you? Yeah. Very stressed, but I'm surprised I don't.
Is there anything Saban, or Disney would not let you do it?
Well, I don't know if you guys remember the bow staff kata that I did in one of the episodes in the youth center. I did that originally with double nunchucks. I have a really good double nunchuck kata. The kid that works for me, Sam, holds the record for most double nunchuck strikes. I taught him all that stuff. That was like my competing double nunchuck kata. So that was the only thing I wanted to do, but they banned it because the nunchucks were illegal. You know what I mean? So they didn't want kids running around with like sausage sticks. But yeah, other than that, I did everything I wanted to do. I'm kind of like Tommy, but the clean version.
This is so hard because I'm so unsteady with my left hand.
What do you think about it? Otherwise, afterwards, you'll see your hand.
What do you think about doing the VR tour for Cybertron? Do you think it was going to like take off anywhere?
I sold the show to get back to the pilot and stuff like that, you know. I mean, when you're that young, you get your own studio and your own rooms and get away from all the other cast. It's pretty cool. I got my own stuff. But then I went back to the White Ranger. Brad was going to do the White Ranger. Yeah. So, you know.
Did you like that
all work for me, dude.
Like that they rehashed the Green Ranger song for Cybertron?
Yeah. That's right. The Green Ranger Evil Boxer VHS, there was a picture of me that was actually done from Cybertron photo shoot. So they used that picture on the Green Ranger VHS box. So yeah, that was shocking to the troopers.
I got a question for you. My name's Devere. You've actually did a shout out to me on Facebook a few months ago.
Yeah.
What I wanted to know is, after what work have you done acting wise, and also your personal life? What have you done after Power Rangers?
Well, I own, four karate schools, about 1,000 students every week. Very well run company, and I got a G-Stin clothing line. Got a great family, skydive, very comfortable life. Did little things like One Warrior, but you guys are making, so many fans on Facebook. I'm getting doing a reality show this year called My More for Life, film called Aftermath, and really, man, I'm been a business owner my whole life, so leaving the show was kind of relaxing for me because I got to do my own thing. I work for myself. I'm a 7-degree black belt, started mixed martial arts, got 7 fights. I've been extremely busy, meeting people, and if you look at my schedule this year, it's just a incredible schedule. I want to get back to fighting and stuff, but I like doing things that I like to do. If I didn't like doing things, I would have just turned around and went back home. My wife's not doing good. I'm going to drill this with me. I just got a balance between being a family man and being this actor and trying to balance my whole life. Sometimes it's really hard. You know what I mean? And karate's like what I do for a living. So I don't know if you guys do something for a living or it becomes work. You know what I mean? Do something for a living or it becomes work. You know what I mean? It's like a hobby that just becomes work. I know a lot of times the people that run cons, they don't get a chance to move around as much anymore. And it becomes a full-time job. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and staying extremely busy, So that's pretty much what's up with you.
Thank you.
What's your general opinion on McDonald's?
I've seen one episode. I've been talking to Saban about possibly doing something for him. We've been talking and negotiating for that for a while. It's not about money, it's just about strict-wise, and it's going to make sense for me to do it. You know what I mean? I'm just surprised it's been around for 20 years, too. I know when I went to Dino Thunder, I couldn't get one interview. Nobody wanted to interview about Power Rangers before. I mean, I was in Dino Thunder, and now at my schools, I can't even work without people coming in and getting autographs, pictures, fans calling. I mean, it's turned into something I'm just not even used to. Usually I go to my school and teach. Now I just got fans to sign up, and coming in all the time, and it's hard to run a business like that when I'm trying to, you know what I mean, balance out who really wants to train, who doesn't want to train, who wants to come there and just take one class and say I trained. And that's my school's a place for black belts. I train serious people and for martial arts, so that's become definitely different. But when I was in Dino Thunder, we were trying to promote that, we couldn't even get interviews nowhere. You know, the show's still on, so now that they revamped it, this year and last year's been extremely popular because of the age group. You know, 20 years, it's like becomes a classic, like classic cars. So Green Ranger's kind of a classic icon, you know, it's everywhere. You know, I don't know why out of so many hundreds of Power Rangers, that becomes the most classic one. Hot Topics, everywhere. And then, of course, the original Mighty Morphin and stuff like that.
It was a hit.
Yeah. So, you know, it was just the way the storylines were run too. You know what I mean? The only reason they change cast members now is you guys know why. You know, they just change it every year. They don't want actors to have that kind of power. When I left, they tried doing that with Andros and everything else, and they decided to change every year. So you guys can't be comfortable with them, and the actors have no power at all, like we used to have.
That's not fair.
That's just the way it is. They just want to make a point that Power Rangers will continue, no matter who's on it, no matter what they're doing, and their age group is for this now. They didn't do something for you guys. You know what I mean? I could kill a series if I did a series like revamp the Green Ranger, do it for like, you know, PG-13. The series could kill it. But you know, the kids is where they feel the money's at.
Yeah, I just asked them to turn it off. They said they're going to get to it off.
So, that's just my opinion. I don't think you probably wrestling, even though it's not considered martial arts. But, you know, wrestling now is wrestling. The rules are different. I'm just a stand-up guy, but I'm used to wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I can do it all. But that's where go with you. One time. All right.
Big coughing all day.
No, I know. Big coughing all day.
You can do it, Tommy.
I have to do it later. I would if I could. I literally would if I could right now. My lungs are super dried up right now. I will. I don't want to do it, and you guys, well, you can't do it. Yes.
Have you ever considered doing Dancing with the Stars?
I got off of that. I said no. Oh, yes.
I have a question. There was a picture posted on Facebook with the helmet Fire Season and Silver Ranger. What was that about?
To make all y'all talk about it. Yes, so people will wonder what's going on. I post stuff like that on my Facebook. I got nothing to keep things in. I just thought it was funny. Oh my God, that's everything. Yeah, you know. You guys have any questions? Yes.
I think I could go a little bit controversial with this one, but back in like November or something like that, I heard a little story about you and Austin St. John having a little beef with each other, that you called him out from MMA fights. Has he ever, to this day, ever
returned my calls? I got him a $25,000 fight deal. I called him and told him I won't beat him up that bad. That's all business.
Are you cool
with business? Yeah, I'll always make cool with them. But look at UFC fighters, dude. It's always hype like that. You know, they're cool with them. I just don't respect someone that says you're an underground fighter, you're an MMA fighter, and you've killed people in the ring, and then you don't. What now? Now it's time to prove yourself, and there's nothing to prove. I don't respect people like that. I just don't. People say, well, you shouldn't, be like that type of guy. Well, if you're a professional guy, go look at Amy's interview on the Pink Spandex. She hasn't done any interviews. She will tell you he has wild stories. And I'm I'm just the type of guy, if I'm on martial arts, I'm not going to sit here and go, okay guys, have you heard me talking about beating up this guy, beating up this UFC guy, and, you know, I smash it. I don't. I'm humble about martial arts, and I think that's the way it should be. It should not be, you know, over the top. When we first started the TV show, he was late, and we couldn't film him, and it just started, it wasn't even on the air. And he comes late, and he had like a little cut on his face, and, you know, told everybody, why you late? Oh man, I was driving on the freeway, and this girl was getting beat up by her dad. The dad was beating up for real. I mean, you have little kids, and I had kids. Don't say stuff like that. The dad's beating her with the club, and I came out, and I was like, yo, what's going on? I said, spinning, honest to God, truth, that's going on. I was spinning, side kicked him, he flew through the windshield. Then I went to the police department. I got mobbed in the police department signing autographs, and you know, I was like, oh really? I was like, well, the show's not even on the air. How did that happen? Oh, well, you know, tell me you're late. Cut yourself shaving. I mean, honestly, these are stories I've heard every day. Every day. I fought someone underground fighting, and I'm going to be honest with you, killed the guy. Oh, really? Yeah, no, for real. It was his birthday. These aren't no lies. So you work with someone like that for so many times, and then you got to sit there and say, dude, if another story comes out of your mouth, for real, and I've never called him out on set. I never said, you're a liar. I just went, cool. When I first started the TV show, his name was Jason Geiger. That's his real name. His name's not Austin St. John. Jason Geiger, Jason Narvey, Jason Frank. So when I first came, he flipped out, and there was another Jason, slammed his door, put Austin St. John on it. You know, and then I was reading the scripts and reading table reads, and the first time Tommy ever said his morphin' time, I don't remember when, but it was like, well, that's my line. It's like, really, dude? I got kids. Say what you want. I'm here to do a job. You know what I mean? That's why my character slowly became the leader, because I didn't really have an ego. You know, I didn't have an ego to think I was bigger than someone else to leave the show for that amount of money. Now I hear now that they were trying to better the show for everyone else. That's BS. Me, Amy, Dave, were saying, damn, I want $1 million an episode. Go ahead, dude. Good luck, buddy. You know what I mean? Compared to what you're getting paid now, that's like insane. Really insane. So I wonder why they went to a peace conference. You know what I mean? So, dealing with that kind of stuff, I'm not one of the celebrities to think I'm bigger and better than everyone else. Nor am I the celebrity that does not reach out to my fans. Where's Austin now? Where's Amy? Where's Amy now? I understand that. But that's great. But people are trying to reach out to him. Don't you think it would be great to say, hey, my name's Austin St. John, I'm a real hero. I'm an EMT. Oh, that's great. Where's Amy? It will come out, trust me, this year or next year, because conventions, oh, well, I can make that much money. Hey guys, I've never been like that. Go look at my track record. I've been there from day one. I don't care if I made $1, I'm still there doing it. You know what I mean? I tried getting into hospitals this weekend. You know, after that guy said, oh, we're busy. I tried getting into it. Well, hospitals are closed down, so I'm trying to do what I can. You know what I mean? It's not all about money. I told you I live a very comfortable life. I have 1,000 students. I charge $200 a month. It's great classes. You can train unlimited. You get a lot of stuff. I don't do this stuff for money, and a lot of people do. If you know, go look and see what they do now. I don't even know what Walter does. I don't even know what those guys do. I know David's a producer, but I don't know what other people do. I wish I did. Now, I'll give you a story. When Twee, which sad she passed away, but Twee, Walter, Austin, they all went on strike. So they left. So I was celebrating another TV show that never went through, but I was at the restaurant, and I had my whole agency, and I'm bringing out to dinner, and I got would you like some water? And I was like, sure, and I look up, it was Twee working at the restaurant. So it made me very uncomfortable. Here, we're doing a TV show, and you ask for $1 million, now you end up as a waitress at a sushi place. You know what I mean? So I didn't ask, I didn't want to say, yeah, I want water, I just was kind of like, I'm okay, sit down. How's everything going? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I wish I could find out from them. You know what I mean? But I personally would like them all to reach out to their fans. It's too late now that we're trying to reach out because everyone's onto it. You know, and that's great. I love Amy. but she did the movie, and I donated money to the movie, and she needs to reach out more to the fans before you ask people, fans, to support, you know, movies and stuff like that. So that's just my honest opinion. But for whatever that's worth, I don't know what I'm You as the lover? Yeah, I'll always love her. I said favorite episode is probably Fighting Spirit thing, just because it was cool. I don't know why the Turbo Ranger wasn't in it, you know. For Dino Thunder, it was cool because I was in the hospital. But that was fun. I had to sleep all the time. I liked it because it had a little bit more edge. You know what I mean? Like, couldn't get hurt on the show. We constantly had a smile doing fight scenes and stuff like that. So it was kind of annoying that we always had to be, you right, guys, you know. It was a kid show, so I understand. Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you for a while, because there was a while back where I was feeling down. I wasn't where I wanted to be. I tweeted you just saying what's the best way to stay in shape and feel better. And you responded back with just a simple starts in the mind, bro.
Yeah.
That's actually, I saved it.
Yeah.
And that really pushed me. I've been working out like every day just because of that.
That's awesome.
And I just really wanted to say thanks for really, like, just even though it was such a simple phrase, it really gave me the push. I just wanted to say
Thank you, man. I try to get back to most of the fans, or all of them. It's weird because a lot of times Power Rangers, I don't think people outside the franchise understand. Like, they look into this world, and it's weird. How can a TV show save their life, or how can a TV show? Well, it's simple. How can a song change your life? We all have a song that we listen to. It reminds us of our girlfriend or whatever else. And go, man, I remember that period of my life when the song was on. Same thing with a TV show. We save so many people from like being lonely and all that to turn it on TV and actually being there. You know what I mean? So when I meet people, they're like, dude, you've been there for like 20 years. Even though I didn't meet them, it's like I kind of know them and they kind of know me just through the show and stuff like that. So it feels good. I never get tired of hearing it. Just put yourself in my shoes. There's a great side to being an actor, then there's this terrible negative side. Meaning when we were on the show, you don't know how many times Make-A-Wish Foundation kids that were dying, their last wish is to see me, and they would tell me and would not let me go. It's terrible. It's like, dude, I'm working. It's like, how can you tell me this? So not being able to fulfill all those requests really kind of hurt my feelings. You know, it's kind of like, oh man, I can't hear this. We went to a children's hospital and kids were dying and we're like all in costume, like, you know, just in tears, man. There's a whole other side of that, you know, and so it's hard. Try to balance. That's why I think it's so hard. I try not to let people down. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. Like, this little girl who wanted to see me, right? Did you not say that you told her I wasn't coming and stuff like that? And she's, you know, so to make her know, oh, he's actually going to be here. You know, it's important. You know, I got nothing but turn around, go home, you know, like a lot of other people, but it's important to, I think, especially for being a little tiny kid. I mean, we are used to letdowns, you know what I mean? But you have to understand that we're all, I consider you all to be that age. Because 20 years ago, you all were like that. That's why I don't cuss in my panels. You know what I'm saying? I don't cuss in my panels. I don't, although I do in real life. I don't cuss on my Facebook. I try to keep it clean because I consider you guys still that you got to look up to your superhero. So what's it going to be if I'm, you know, drinking, hey guys, you're going to look for your superhero, I'm going to do it. That actually the guy I looked up to, crush my dream, you know what I mean? So I try to fulfill that. I try to stay, I guess, positive to like for you, like what can you do? What can you do? It starts in your mind. Little positive things like that really makes me feel like I've done my job. You know, can't please everyone, but I try. You know, then when you get negative, when I get negative comment, I'll post it to all y'all, so you can like, you idiot. Go ahead and post something negative on my Facebook account, dude. They're gonna attack you. So I'm very glad you guys are all protected and stuff like that. So I appreciate it. So yes.
Now you've been you know, more or less with the entire franchise for about 20 years, right? Yeah. Since day, more or less day one. Have you or any of the cast members ever met any of the original Japanese Super Sentai?
I wish I did though. Is the Green Ranger guy even living?
I think he's he's still alive. I know the lady.
Everyone thinks.
I know that the original Reed Repulsa passed away a few years ago.
Yeah, I'd like to know him. So that'd be cool. I think it would be pretty cool. You know what I mean? His morpher's going for it. It was like 1,700 or something. Yeah. It's not even a sign.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know what's so special about the morpher. Yeah, you guys saw the coins that fit the legacy morphos. Yeah. I know it was pretty cool. But, I know you had a question too.
I was gonna say, what made you become an MMA fighter?
And I've always just been in karate my whole life. You know, I fought my whole life in tournaments. I got so many old videos that I don't know, man. I just thought it was cool, and I did it because you know I loved it and stuff like that. I do stuff for fun. Once the fun starts. But I do stuff for fun. The minute I don't have fun, I step back a little bit. You know, get that hype up a bit. MMA is a really tough, it's a tough business. You know, so I had to come up with a clever way of saying, you know, you got so much pressure. How do you deal with it? So I say, okay, if you fight the Green Ranger and you beat me, everyone's gonna hate you, right? If you get beat up by the Green Ranger, then you got beat up by the Green Ranger. So I'm in a win-win, I think. So I have to think of it that way, because if not, then I'll be like, you know, the pressure will get to you. You know, like even with the world record on breaking in boards, man. Like it was supposed to be a record attempt. Like I never tried it. I was gonna go up, and then all of a sudden, all the press, everybody was there, and I was just like, ugh. You know, so it was pressure. And of course, I did it for the first time, but pressure creates diamonds, but sometimes people can break under pressure too. You know what I mean? So.
I also remember, like, because I used to watch the Power Rangers when I was younger, when I was a kid did it. Then I remember, after I grew up or whatever, I forgot about it. And then, like, recently I found out you were a MMA fighter. I was like, no way, that's something badass.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad. So I was like, I didn't know that.
Well, what you guys went through is let's get it straight. You watched it as a little kid, then you hit it in high school. And then you're old enough to say, yeah, so what? I watch it. What you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just I'll sit there and watch a high school like, yeah, my country.
Yeah, I'm from Ecuador.
Okay.
My country. That was your show. Yeah. Power Rangers is like the hero all the life. You are like 15 years old. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool.
So you are one of the heroes.
That's awesome, man. It's good to know that. It's crazy to know that. I travel around in even Thailand, and it's like, what? You know, the show was everywhere except New Zealand. That's where we filmed, but it's true. They film there just because they don't, you know, it's not on in New Zealand. You know, bring it up with the yes.
Give you a spot to sign.
Anarchy makes good helmets, though. Anarchy made that White Ranger helmet. He makes great helmets, too.
I have a black helmet.
Yeah. He's slow, though.
It wasn't that bad. I ordered it like 2 months ago, and you just contacted me like 2 days ago saying, "Yep, coming this week." Yeah.
Have you got it yet?
Did he send you a tracking number? Once he sends you a tracking number, you're good.
New customs. When? Where? New customs. It's coming. I was like, dude, come on.
I post you. I sent you a message. I don't know. It's like if you can come over here with a costume.
What was that?
Because I have a costume.
Yeah.
So I want to come on. I don't know if they let me.
Okay. Shoot him with the dragon dagger. Stand with the dragon dagger. What's your name on Facebook?
Let's start.
You on Twitter too, or? Or did you tweet me?
The only thing they were big about was the weapons issue this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the event. Other than that, they didn't say anything about costumes. That's for the UFC.
Yeah, in the email it said no lightsabers. I kind of laughed about that. In the email, I was like, okay.
So, Tommy left after Turbo and all that, went to college, and for some reason decided to combine dinosaur DNA with robots. What kind of trouble do you imagine he's getting into after Dino Thunder?
I don't know about that one. We don't know what he's up to. I guess we'll have to wait and see how he returns and if he does. Because every time I make up a pass, it changes.
MMA fighter robots.
Yeah.
Do you know if they contacted any of the original cast to come back as well?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I know they wanted us to do some promotional stuff for them in San Diego, and I know they were trying to reach Austin for that. I think it'd be great if Austin could do some appearances. You know what I mean? Like,
surprised he
I
actually
got
did it for a rent.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything since like
just
Power
like I
Morphicon,
said,
the first
like,
one.
You know, I had a product out, geez, didn't tap it. I tried selling it everywhere and to big companies, and then it was, you know, they didn't buy it. So then they saw like it was making money. But they came back to me and said, "Oh, we want to buy your product." I said, "No, I don't want you to buy it. We're the biggest." I'm like, "So what?" I'm like, "I don't want you buying it." They're like, "Well, you know, we believe in it." I said, "You believe in it now because it makes money, but you didn't believe in it before, so you're not buying it." So obviously, when these, like I said, if Austin knew, like, oh, I can do this and that, you know, I don't think people know like the popularity. You know, like sometimes you go somewhere, and, like, you know, the comic book shop we went to, Rubberneck Comics. We're like, I don't know, you know, like, let's just go. I like comic books. I didn't get a chance to look around. So many people there, you know, and to pull in that overnight was pretty amazing. Just to be like, all right, here's where I'm going to be. You know, so I don't think people know their popularity. I do know this though. Austin's way out of shape. Fans,
Oh yeah.
but listen, fans are nice, but they're also mean. They judge us every single day. What we look like? You look fat. You look skinny. You look old. You're like, that's all I read. So because of those negative comments, people don't like coming out. You know what I'm saying? They called Austin, you know, Pudgy the Pig, and so it was like, who? If you're not in shape and you're not still looking good, they probably don't want to come out. You know, I posted about Dave, and they're like, he looks so old, and you know, and Jason looks ragged. It's like, dude, is this a fan page? If it is, let's keep the comments positive, because you have to understand we're constantly being, I don't like being watched. You know, I don't like watching my face on the big screen TV. You know, my team's a cricket, I don't like watching it. It just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't consider that to be me. So when I walk around with it, I just don't consider it to be me. I don't like watching TV. I like watching the show, you know, with my little girl. I tell my little girl, like, she's like, Daddy, Power Rangers. I'm like, no, baby, that's not Power Rangers. But it says Power Rangers. I'm like, no, baby, that's not. If it's not my season, it's not Power Rangers. So she's like, I can't believe these fake Power Rangers on TV. I'm like, I know, baby. Just try to rip off Daddy, you know. So, but I don't watch it like it's me. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I post things like me or this or that just because people are interested. So, but I don't want people to think that, you know, it's all about me, check me out. It's just because I have a lot of loyal fans. I want to know what you're up to. That's why I like, you know, but I test market stuff, and I can stand next to a Power Ranger helmet and get 100,000 hits, or I can stand over here and get 20,000 hits, because people want to see that stuff. The picture me, David, and Walter took, the power lunch picture, on my Facebook admin page, it has 479,000 likes on my page. I only have 115,000 fans. I don't know how they keep track of it. I guess it goes to other people, and I get credit for it.
Plus, if you have them, like David, then
Yeah, if you tag them, they're people.
1,800 fans, so that doesn't really. I mean, not to be mean, I try to promote those guys, and, you know. So I think the next one that has the most fans is Johnny Bosch. He's got like 20-something thousand. You know, I love Johnny. But I love the guy. He's a great guy. And, you know, I like the other guys too. But I have more history with Johnny and those guys. I worked with them longer. I only worked with Walter for a short period of time. You know, yes.
Would you be willing to teach us a combo?
Teach you a combo?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
I'd be glad to.
You can come up and I'll show you something. You have to do what I do.
I will do my best.
Nice. Alright. How far back can I go? Alright, we gotta go this side.
Alright. Face this way. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like a thrust kick, and a chicken thrust kick, and a front like this.
Chicken?
1, 2, just like that.
I gotta go. I gotta get up for this one.
There you go. Here's your combo. Thank you. If you want another combo, go to McDonald's. Alright.
Going from losing calories to gaining calories.
Sorry for my kicks, my pants are super tight. I just hurt myself. The dragon dagger is very suffering.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good job, too.
I got you.
Thank you.
Any additional toys coming out this year?
You know what? I don't even... I'm sure they'll release the dragon. That's real, right? It's not out there, right?
No.
Right?
My favorite Zord, Dragon Zord.
Well, it's not, the new toy's not out there, right?
No.
It's
No.
not out. I'm sure they'll release it.
All good things in time.
All of the time. Charge a lot for those toys.
No,
They can see more for us.
It's because they know they're selling to adult fans.
Yeah. Well,
Most of the time.
Well, if you get them, you'll have to buy them on eBay later. So, all right. Any other questions? Then we're gonna do some signing stuff. I'll sign whatever you guys. Make sure you guys know which item that you guys want to sign or whatever.
My receipt.
Well, you guys can. If you guys want to get stuff, you guys can see Trey or whatever. I can always, start pictures or whatever you guys can first. So, any other questions? Yes. Nice final.
Was there ever a point in your life where you regretted becoming a car racer, like after?
No, I never regretted it, man. A lot of people ask that question. It's kind of hard, you know what I mean, to that question, like, do you ever regret it? It's like, dude, let's put it in simple terms. Would you regret being a superhero to millions of fans around the world, get paid millions of dollars, and be on TV? You regret it? And the biggest thing is, notice what I said first, to be a hero, to continue to be a hero. Money can always come later. If you're, and this is something I always tell my VIP people, which I want to tell you, if you're passionate about something, you need to go after it. Don't listen to people that say you'll never be an artist, you'll never do this, you'll never do that. If you're passionate about it, you need to follow your dreams, because you can follow your dreams. And if it's passion comes first before money. If you're not passionate about what you want to do, forget about your money. If you focus only on money, you'll never become what you want to become. You have to follow what you want to do. I'm passionate about martial arts. I do it because I love it. I have 1,000 students because I'm passionate about it. Because people can feel the energy of being passionate. You ever go to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, or anywhere else, they hate their job. I hate going there. Anywhere else, that government official places that just get over there. They're just so completely rude to you. I don't even think they like their job. You know what I mean? Because like when I go to DMV, I hate going there. Because they're just like, man, why? TSA people in the airport, state your name. It's like, if I worked there, I'd be like, hey, if I liked it, I would continue to, How'd I feel about it? Yeah, it was cool, man. Yeah, very excited to get a movie like that. You know what I mean? To a great blockbuster movie, $80 million film. It's pretty cool. Jeez. That's what we spent on it.
That's actually one of my questions. One of the shows I was going to do at Austin at Comic-Con. That was actually one of my questions. What was the total amount that made the box office during its opening weekend?
Not that much. They should re-release the movie. You see, my movie was based on the figures that we did. We beat Judge Dredd, but we only brought in like $90 million in the first opening weekend.
With the movie Judge Dredd did, the way Judge Dredd, that movie is at the time, you wouldn't have touched Power Rangers anyways.
Yeah, well, it was pretty darn close. This is that part. The Judge Dredd, you know what I mean? And so Heim wasn't happy with that. He wasn't happy with the numbers, but he's worth $3.5 billion right now anyway. So why not be happy? You know what I mean? I think they should re-release the movie in 3D. You know what I mean? They should re-release the movie. I mean,
That's what.
See it, they would think that,
This was
like awesome. Should think I'm Tommy's dad or whatever. All right, here's what we'll do. I know we got some other people there, but listen.
Hey Trey. Yeah, I'm gonna. Wait, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. Then I still take pictures, but they get first priority. Right, that's something that they want to buy. So while I go to the restroom and take a power stop. Why I go?
Anybody that's not part of the VIP event?
Train the Dragon Deck. When I unleash the Dragon Zord, when you hear me in the bathroom, make my monster grow. Make my monster grow.
Oh no, the monster's gigantic.
Shut that robot up.
Just checking.
Put it fucking seat.
10 minutes out here and I'm already. No, I just thought that you were going to come over with us.
You lost me. Like yesterday, you tossed me away in the depths of that dumpster like I forgot the freaking line. You robbed me of my pride. I was the most powerful ruler of the universe. And now it's time to pay the piper. Oh, the things that I have missed! The Black Plague! The Spanish Inquisition! The Brady Bunch reunion! The Justin Bieber concert tour!
He said that?
No, he did!
There's Black Nerd Comedy.
Can you turn it up? You egg-sucking purple pinhead! The Rangers are going after the great power! I thought you said this guy was the master of disaster! He's nothing but a slime-infested jelly donut! There you go.